Welcome everyone to the Eighth Plot presents Game to Movie. In these episodes, if you haven't actually seen the introduction video, which you should have gone and seen, me and my friend Metodi here, say hello Metodi.
Hi.
Who's controlling our avatar in Minecraft right now. He's going to play the game for us, because then you can see what happens, how the game works if you've never played Minecraft before. If you don't know, this is Minecraft. And we're both going to talk about how do we take this really excellent game, this very popular game, one of the best-selling games of all time, and turn it into a movie. This is what we do at Game to Movie. We'll be playing some of our favourite games, some new games to both of us, and trying to figure out how to do that, because that's what a lot of films are based on. They're based on computer games, but they always seem there's more failures than there are successes, aren't there? There's for every Rampage, there's unfortunately Assassin's Creed or a Max Payne, and for every Mortal Kombat, 1995, I think it was your favourite, Metodi.
Yeah.
There's a Mario Brothers or a Street Fighter, or even modern Mortal Kombat, which I know I didn't think was very good. That's my opinion. So, how to turn this into a movie? But I think it's first, Metodi, just to talk about how the game works first, but also let's talk about some facts for Minecraft that I learned.
Okay.
Just to introduce people to how this game got started. So, apparently, I'm reading this from actual Minecraft documents. The first version of Minecraft was created in just 6 days. In 2009, Swedish programmer and designer Marcus Persson set out to create a sandbox game that allows for free and organic exploration. And it took him 6 days to come up with Minecraft on the 10th of May. So that was it. It just took him 6 days. And it wasn't deemed complete for another 2 years, Metodi. Did you know that about Minecraft? It took 2 years for Mojang.
I think it's still in development.
It's still in development. I think that's true, considering that, version 1.117 has just come out at the time of recording this episode. It used to be, did you know this? It used to be called Cave Game. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
Then it became Minecraft, Order of the Stone, and then ultimately just Minecraft. Minecraft is a nice name. I don't think we need to know anything else about it. Did you know that creepers, which are iconic character in Minecraft, were a complete accident? The programmer tried to create a pig, but switched the figures for height and length, and that created the creeper, which is appearing on your screen right now. It's a horrible thing. All Minecraft gamers hate the creeper. It's probably one of the. It just annoys everyone.
Yep.
We might not get to see it. I mean, if you can ever open up a portal to the Nether while we're playing, that would be great, because then we can show people the Nether too. There's a thing called a Nether called a Ghast. It's like one of the most common bad guys in the Nether, and it owes its vocal rumblings to a real-world creature, a cat, suddenly awakened from its nap. Right.
Yeah. I think the game mechanics are really interesting.
Let's talk about how the game works, Metodi. How would you describe Minecraft, like the game mechanics? What's the goal? What's the point?
To collect, mine, and craft things that you mine. Basically, the end game is to go to the end, which is a place.
Yep.
And
looks like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, it looks like the moon, basically.
Yeah. And what do you do at the end?
You kill the Ender Dragon, and then you search for an item called the Elytra, which helps you sort of glide through the air.
Perhaps you could just go to some stone and show what mining looks like for people at the beginning, at the outset. So these are also different biomes. You can see ice, dirt, stone.
Yeah.
Is that clay, do you think? So your character just whittles it away.
Yeah. You just punch the grass here, dirt.
Various things break up quicker or slower depending on what tool you've got.
That's clay.
That's clay.
No, that's not clay.
It's not clay? What is it?
Sand.
Ah, okay.
It's just a different sand.
You could have a sand pit if you start building a house.
Yeah, out of sand.
So your character sort of breaks it apart, and then you get blocks of it that you get to keep.
There's a bear over there.
Stay away from the bear then.
The bear over there.
Looks like a. Sounds like a. Is that a picture book? I think it is. Are you sure you want to go near it? That's a polar bear. It's going to kill you. Sure.
No, we're friends.
We're friends.
Hello? Here's some sand.
I don't think a polar bear has any need for sand. As you can see, lots of animals populate it. You've got. I didn't even know you had bears.
Hello?
This is the first time we've met a bear in our gameplay sessions.
We're friends. Yeah. He's.
Penguins? Are there
he's my
penguins?
friend.
I've never seen penguins. Perhaps you should build something, Matodi, so people can see how that all works. Perhaps do some actual mining.
And crafting.
And crafting, yeah. Of course, Minecraft. It's all in the name, isn't it?
I can build a wall. Here's a wall.
Is it a wall when you can go around it? I feel walls should connect to some degree.
You can connect, yeah.
As you can see, you can swim in the game. Matodi's already demonstrated that. So it's a sandbox game, and if you don't know what a sandbox game, it's a mostly open, huge open area that you can explore and do things with almost everything in the game. The only thing that you can't interact with in Minecraft is bedrock, which is a layer of stone which you can't break at all, not with anything. And even if you did break through it, you just fall into infinite nothingness that the game can't render, and then you just die.
There's a squid here. Look, I can punch a squid.
You have to do that.
High five.
And now it's just spraying ink in your face and shot off. Cool.
I can.
So there's sheep, cows, horses, there's various fish, dolphins, I believe, and you can kill these creatures. And as sick as that sounds, what did you just get?
Ink sac.
You just picked up ink sac from. So that's a surprise. The game is actually very, very there's quite a lot of depth to it. You can get various things from some of the creatures. I don't think a polar bear needs an ink sac, Matodi. But see, it's just looking at you.
You
very
don't know
confused.
that. He's looking at me like I owe him an explanation.
I think you do. You just threw an ink sac at him. So, yeah. What's your favourite thing to do in Minecraft, Matodi?
Kill the Ender Dragon.
So that when you ever play this game, you just immediately go to what you need to do.
I think mining and crafting is my favourite thing to do, and exploring.
Exploring.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do always.
I should say you could. I think I've said this. You can see obvious biomes around the place. This is obviously some sort of iceberg, and
yeah,
a kelp forest. I think that's a kelp forest.
It's where Titanic died.
That's tragically, yes.
Tragic.
Probably not in this game though. It was an iceberg that caused the tragedy. I don't think it happened in Minecraft.
No. It can do though.
There's forests. There's plains. There's steppes. There's square mountains, and some things are edible. You can actually see at the bottom that Matodi's got chicken. What look like chicken drumsticks. That's actually sort of his energy level, I would say. So you want to keep that full, because if it depletes too much, you start slowing down, and if you get injured and you can see your hearts, that means you'll die. And we'll talk about what death means to a Minecraft player soon. But you also need that chicken drumstick level to be full if you want your health to increase.
There's a bee.
He's found a gigantic bee, but I don't think the game could render really small creatures. Oh. And therefore, I think you can get honey from that hive that we saw. Cool. Best not to though, because the bees will go mad and try to sting you to death. There's flowers. The flowers are mostly used for decoration. I don't think they do anything in the game. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, they do. They give you a dye. You can create.
Oh, so you can create carpet.
Yeah, carpet.
Toadie's going to have a go. See there. Our first bit of crafting. He's crafted red dye and magenta dye.
Magenta dye.
Excellent. So
I have magenta now.
Should we dye something? Is there a carpet we can make and show people?
I need to. It's getting dark, which means.
So yes,
there's going to be bad people.
The game has a day-night cycle. At night, though, is when all the bad things come out. Typically zombies, also creepers. I tell you, when it gets dark, go immediately looking for a creeper so we can show the audience the worst thing about Minecraft, but also perhaps the most iconic and best thing, because it's actually quite fun to meet a creeper because they blow up when they see you. So this is a sheep. You just dyed a sheep.
Yeah, I did.
It's cool. Well done.
I need to eat.
So Matodi's is unfortunately killing this sheep, which we apologise for showing on screen, look away now.
Okay.
It took a while because Matodi doesn't have a weapon or any sort of tool. Ah, Matodi, what's that?
Raw mutton.
Raw mutton. So he's actually eating right now in order to regain some health. Did that sheep attack you?
No, it's been poisoned because I ate raw meat.
Ah, you idiot.
I ate raw meat.
You've also probably noticed a green bar that's increasing. That's experience. So the higher it goes,
Hello?
it gets experience. He's at level 1. Congratulations, Matodi, on reaching level 1.
Level 1.
And now Matodi's being attacked by a skeleton. One of the many villains.
Many bad guys.
Which always has a bow and arrow, so always watch out for them. And so that skeleton's trying to kill him, and Matodi's gotten away out of his outline. Look for a creeper, please, Matodi. I want to show people that as much as possible.
I'm trying.
There is... I was hoping we might be able to get to it. Oh, are they llamas?
It's a llama.
Cool.
And some cows. I want beef.
Maybe you should get a wooden tool.
Hello?
Why don't you get a wooden tool, Matodi, so people can see
Hello?
the wooden tools and what they are?
Yeah, maybe I should.
And then you could start crafting more things and showing people these
Hello?
things.
Hello.
It's taking a while.
I want your beef. Thank you.
Well done. Now get yourself some wooden tools for crying out loud. There is another dimension. There's actually 3, I suppose you would say. There's a Nether, which is an alternate dimension, which is basically hell in the Minecraft world. And it's full of weirdly pigs with golden armor, ghasts, and lots of other things that try to kill you. It's actually really creepy.
Everything has to kill you.
And then there is the end.
It's like Australia, basically.
Yes. And then there's the end, which you get to by looking... I think it's not unfair to say into a portal that... I don't know, it's like staring into infinity. It's actually really cool. So Matodi's chopped down some trees, and as you can see, the trees don't exactly fall on him. That's just the way the game renders itself. But now he's going to turn it into planks. So there are steps. It's not just wood to tools. You have to go through certain actions first. So now he's creating sticks. Sticks that can be easily turned into shovels or axes or whatever. He's gathering it all up. What's he going to make now? Ah, there we go. He's making what's called a crafting table. Crafting table is the basic means of making things. It will take a lot of other resources and turn them into something that you want. So, but Toadie doesn't seem to have enough sticks to do anything right now. Shovel. You get a shovel.
Okay, here's my shovel.
So that every tool works better on certain objects.
Here's an axe.
So axe obviously works very well on trees. Spade works well on dirt. Sword works on everything.
Here's a sword.
And you can increase. You can. What's next? What's after wood? Stone.
Yeah.
And then after that, metal. So once you've got all those things, it's so much easier to mine. But you have to keep replacing them. They break apart over time. So now Matteo's got some tools. It's going to be easier for him to get meat, preferably. Oh, you can also ride certain animals. That was a llama, but it keeps throwing you off. That's because it's a wild llama and he hasn't got a saddle for it. Matodi, could you go looking to see if there's a creeper anywhere? This might be the only chance we get to show people what a creeper looks like. Somewhere down there, maybe it would be a creeper on the flat part. I mean,
yes.
Oh, look, there you go, down there. Can you get a bit closer and see if you can make it explode for the good audience?
Ouch.
I see. No, Matodi almost killed himself by just jumping straight off the cliff there. He'll have to sort that out later.
Yeah, I'll have to sort the sword. I'm gonna sort this fish out.
Yeah, let's make sure you're healthy. I think that's a basic understanding of the way the game works. You just craft and craft and craft, build a house, build settlements, go find temples, go find shipwrecks. They've all got helpful, useful things. There is money in the game, known as mostly emeralds, and there's villages that you trade with. If you see something that's called a golem, which is a giant stone thing, whatever you do to anger it. Well done, Matodi just used that creeper,
and I survived.
Which blew up that spider for him and got him some spider silk.
Uh-oh.
It's almost, if you back off quickly enough, they don't explode. But if you stay too close, there you go. But also killed that skeleton close. That's good news.
Ouch. Ouch.
Now Spider-Man's trying to get you, not just a spider. It's not Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
You really need some food. Like, kill this pig and get some food.
I really do. Yeah,
I think you should just leg it, because now... people think, because of the basic look of this game, that it's a very easy game to play. It's not.
It's very hard.
Dying actually comes very quickly, especially at night, which is why you need a house. If Matodi had a house right now, he'd be very safe. He could just stay in there till
Until
nightfall.
the morning.
He could build himself a bed so that he could go to sleep,
And
which
skip the night.
skip the night, because who wants to be around when there's a bunch of creepers outside? So now, Matodi, it's probably time to start talking about how do we turn this into a game, because this is our first video. Yet, really, we probably chose badly here, because Minecraft doesn't have a story. Would you say it has a story?
Well, there is an end goal. So it's whatever you decide to make of it, I guess.
So, defeat the End Dragon. Is there a reason, the game gives a reason for defeating End Dragon? Does it bring some sort of peace upon the land or something?
No, not really.
Oh look, Matodi's found a village.
I have indeed.
This is a good place to set up shop for
This is a good place to run.
Good.
Ah,
And he's died.
and I died.
Oh dear. It doesn't matter.
I hit
He'll
the ground too
respawn right at the beginning of the game, unfortunately. So that's the starting point.
Yes.
But anyway, let's get back to storytelling. How do we turn this into a movie? So let's say the End Dragon is the goal. Okay? Just defeat the End Dragon. So that's a nice little thing for a film to do. But the thing is, though, there's no arc for the character in Minecraft. It's just the more experienced you get. So this is going to be a hard one to turn into a film. But we've had some ideas that we chatted about before we started this episode. So let's try and get into a couple of those. So, Matodi, I should ask you this first. Is this in the game? Because there's two versions of the game: survival, creative mode. Survival is the one where you go locate the End Dragon, and once that's done, you've essentially completed the game. Does the character have a name? Is there any character?
Yeah, the default skin is called Steve.
Steve. So, in our film, we could make Steve
the main
character,
the main protagonist.
So the question is, right? Now, some films always take their computer game concept and they do it. They approach it in very different ways. So it's like the film Rampage, which I think is a very good piece, game to film. The game is very short on plot, so they could invent anything, and as long as they had monsters smashing up cities, it worked. So I think our film.
Oh, look! It's so beautiful.
Indeed, look at that square sun. I think our film, therefore, just needs to.
That's Japan right there.
Has to show Minecraft, the best things about Minecraft, the things that people adore. It has to sort of encapsulate all the best gameplay elements and the things that gamers know about Minecraft. And so let's start. Our main character is Steve.
Steve.
How do we get Steve in the game? Do we create a blocky Minecraft world like the way Lego Movie is essentially done with Lego characters? Do we do a film where they all look like Minecraft characters?
Well, it has to be authentic to the game.
So do we just start straight into the world, or do we put a character in it, like a character finds himself inside the virtual world of Minecraft? What do you think, Mateo?
I think Steve has a really boring life inside the game.
Inside the game?
Yeah, a really boring life, but then because he wants to go and kill the Ender Dragon, because that's effectively the end goal of the game.
So he lives a boring life somewhere.
Yeah.
And how does he find out about the Ender Dragon? Does the Ender Dragon never attacks anything in the game, does it? It stays in the end and then it comes out.
Yeah.
So how does he find out about this? What could be a way for him to find out within the confines of the game? Because if his life is boring, he's probably in a.
Maybe he comes across a book.
A book.
Yep. He can read it in a book.
So he could buy it from a villager, maybe.
Yeah, buy a book from a villager, and then he finds out that there is this Ender Dragon, and if you kill the Ender Dragon, you can find an elytra that effectively gives you wings and you can fly around with it.
So it's the elytra that really tempts him then. The idea, because that would be the end of his boring life, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Because a basic biome that you start in is just like hills, green hills and forests. It's like it's usually where you start. And that is kind of boring. And he's just built himself a bland house. And he knows... But the thing is, and he knows that. Okay, good start.
So he goes and he tries to find and kill the Ender Dragon.
So he would have to figure out the steps to get to the end.
Yeah.
What are the game steps to getting to the end?
Well, he has to go through a portal into the end, and in order to find that portal, he has to defeat a number of enemies, and then to go and throw objects in the air that guide him to the portal. And then, but then in the movie, okay,
yeah, our movie.
In our movie, the main character is going to be a Steve.
Steve.
Is going to be the movie is going to be a horror. Okay.
Okay.
Because of all the bad things that are going to happen to him along the way.
Right. So, we discussed this beforehand. The idea was that first, Steve the film would be like watching a normal person in our world, wouldn't it? Like Steve is a normal person in our world. He's got a 9-to-5 job, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then, like a few minutes into the film, he goes to bed after a long, hard day.
Yeah.
And his dream immediately switches to a Minecraft rendered world. So it would look as blocky as this, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd have to be computer generated. Do you think this computer generated film? You can't really do a live action blocky film. But so yeah, we're talking like a Pixar kind of computer generated film there. But that will still look really good.
Really blocky.
Really blocky. So he goes to sleep and he starts dreaming of being being Steve. Yeah. In the Minecraft world, and that's where he starts a boring life. Because like dreams immediately put you into a situation, so he finds himself in an equally boring world that the real life is to him. So he's got a dead end job, something like that, and then he ends up in the Minecraft, and it's also a sort of dead end life for him. Maybe he's a job for a villager. What's the most menial task you do in Minecraft? Do you think?
Chop trees.
Chop trees. So he's a what's that called? Lumberjack. For a village in a Minecraft world. He leaps into this thing, and then he trades some wood with a villager for a book. And in the book, it talks about the Ender Dragon and the electrolyte. Is that right?
Elytra.
Elytra. I keep getting it the wrong way around. So, and then he decides in his Minecraft world to start going off and take on the Ender Dragon. So, you said he had to defeat enemies. So what are the many enemies aren't just creepers, zombies, and that. I know of, having played this game, not as much as Matodi, but having played this game, there's, before you get to the Ender Dragon, there's the Wither, who I hate, because I never actually defeated him. Matodi had to defeat him for me. I wasn't even playing the game when you defeated him, even though I wanted to see him get destroyed. That would have been... Given all the times he killed me, he got owned quite a lot.
But then I didn't.
So the Wither is one bad guy. Who's what? A guy with 3 heads? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the Wither.
Suitable for a horror film.
Very, yeah.
And there's also raids, which eventually you sort of get to a village and you get lots of things if you spark a raid. And a bunch of like barbarians, and then witches, and then wizards.
Yeah.
And then also people riding mammoths. Mammoths would look really good in the film version of our game. They attack, and you have to defeat them for the village. Am I not thinking of any other villains to defeat?
The Enderman.
The Endermen. Endermen are just like Slendermen, basically, except they're all black and they've got 2 purple eyes. And if you look at them directly in the eye, they start attacking you, and they teleport around.
And they kill you.
For some reason, they have pet like blocks that they keep on them all times. I don't know why they do that, but they do. And you were we talked that the game would kind of be like Live, Die, Repeat, or The Edge of Tomorrow kind of film.
Where his worst nightmare is basically to get killed in the process of.
And that has to happen lots of times.
The Underground. Yeah,
I
getting
think
killed over and over and over again.
Because any movie that I will actually say this. You know, we said horror film, right?
Yeah.
This game is mostly enjoyed by children and, of course, adults who were children when it first started. So a horror film we can't make so horrible that it gets out the key demographic who want to go see the film.
Yeah.
So we're saying horror, but obviously we're not meaning blood guts horror. It's a horror for kids, if that makes any sense. Kind of like a Goosebumps book, I guess. And so in the film, Steve actually would die quite a lot and respawn at the first point. His old house, his normal, ordinary house when he was just a carpenter, he keeps respawning there. And obviously we have to show at some point in the film he has to have everything he ever wanted. Diamond armor, perhaps.
Yep.
Made even better with what's called Netherite, which is actually the strongest substance in the game, I think. Unless the latest update has taken that away.
No.
Good. And could you show people mining underground, Metodi? That might be good fun to watch. Because then you can show them iron and whatnot. Then,
if I find a mine here.
So Steve dies multiple times, and he has at least at some point he has to lose everything. He has to die, and he loses the best armor, some enchanted swords, shield, lots of emeralds. He just loses, and that's like that would be the lowest point in the game for our character. Like he built up so much. Oh well, don't worry. You see, when you respawn with absolutely nothing. You lose everything.
Yeah.
Minecraft's harsh like that. So our film would have to show the harshness of Minecraft to properly work.
Represent the atmosphere, the true reflection of the game.
Exactly.
On the big screen.
It would also have to show. I don't know how it would do this effectively. Like, because mining can be quite dull and boring. We're talking lots of montages of him, like, taking out whole craters, digging out whole areas, like wrecking an entire mountain just to get what he needed.
Yeah.
And so huge stretches of the film would have to at least show it. But obviously, it'd be too boring. It's like exposition in a film. We don't want too much of that. So he makes his way across the world, away from his house. Sometimes going back to his house, and he has to redo it all over again. Figuring out how to make that journey shorter, like using, like, what's it called? Nether portals. Because the Nether is a separate dimension, but it's also parallel to the Minecraft one, the real world, which is this one you're looking at now. So, like, what is it? For every 10 steps, like 10 steps in the Nether, right?
I think
Nether is like 100.
One block is about 80.
So if you move one block in the Nether, you've moved 80 in the real world. So you could put portals down like 10 blocks away, and you've moved 800 blocks in the real world. So those are good ways of moving around. Eventually,
10 blocks is about 80, I think.
There we go. So that would allow your character to move around. So he has to meet new characters along the way. We have to introduce new characters. So that's villagers, correct? Mm-hmm. Can you befriend golems in this game? Can you make them work for you?
You can make your own golems.
You can make your own golems.
Yeah.
Good. Then we can have a golem character who's kind of like he's the one learning how to live. What's these things called? Emotions. Mm-hmm. Why am I made of stone? That kind of thing. um, maybe becomes the enemy of the main character because they want to be free. Who knows?
The enemy of my enemy.
Yeah. The Wither's a bad guy. The thing is, they don't have any personality. The game gives them none, other than just being ridiculously overpowered and trouble to work with. So we're going to have to imbue the Wither, and
you can't just. You have to kill him. You can't just go and give him flowers.
You can't. It takes a lot. Potions, great armor, great bow and arrow. Would you say? He can fly, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that guy.
He does fly.
So, see, look, creepers come out of nowhere in this game sometimes just to detonate nearby you.
Oh, hello.
And giant mushroom. You saw that over there.
Oh.
See, this is actually reflecting one of the harshest points of the game: is constantly dying and respawning with nothing.
Always dying.
But
blown up by a creeper.
So
wolves? Wolves are my friends.
What we need is an arc for Steve. Steve has to learn something and he has to change. Okay. Otherwise, I think all good characters and all good films need an arc. And there could be 2 arcs in the game. There's the arc of gaining more experience and gaining more stuff. Because Minecraft is very much about almost strip mining the entire game, the entire world to get your hands on everything. Diamonds, gold, huge amounts of iron, huge amounts of coal. The best stone, Netherite. Weirdly, you can lay a bed in the Nether and it will explode, and usually uncovers quite a lot of goodies for you if you put it in exactly the right place. And so, in a way, our character could be in an effort to not have a boring life.
Yeah,
he's become this person over time, over the course of the film. Sorry, there's plenty of Minecraft books if you want to go check those out. But over the course of the film, he sort of starts to become a changed man. He's so concerned with everything he wants. He wants the best house. He wants the best armor. Maybe losing sight of the friends he makes along the way. What do you think, Matodi?
Yeah, I think it has to be very horror-like. So just get super detached from everything that he loves.
Yeah.
And maybe die so many times, die to lava, water.
That sort of gives him a 1,000-yard stare kind of situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Battle hardened.
Battle hardened, very good expression for him. And what else?
And then eventually
he defeats the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, well, eventually the plot twist.
We want a twist. Good. All good films have a twist.
Eventually the plot twist is that he wakes up and it was all a dream or a nightmare.
And loses everything.
As it were.
And loses everything for real. He gets to the Enderlight. No, what was it called again? Electrolyte? Why do I keep getting this wrong? Elytra. He gets the Elytra and then loses it all when he wakes up and the dream dissolves.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, that, as a movie, that exemplifies everything about Minecraft, which is actually, you get to the end and you could just die and lose it all.
Yeah.
But when I defeated the Ender Dragon as part of a team with Matodi and another friend, I gained so much experience and then I died trying to get the Elytra because I tripped and fell off the bridge to it. And then I lost so much experience and golden armor. And by the way, Matodi's dying an awful lot, but that's because I think he's unfamiliar with the setup. As you can see, the game is jumping a little bit, which I apologise for.
Yeah.
But we did come up with a secondary twist as well. So he wakes up from Minecraft, and
in the real
world, having lost everything after losing everything repeatedly in the game. And then the secondary twist, because a big thing about the Minecraft community is mods. What you're looking at is the basic vanilla Minecraft. But what if, in the real world, what we think is the real world, What was it? What was it you said? What sort of it would end with a sound? What was the sound again?
So he'll look out the window,
Yeah,
and
everyone thinks it's a real world.
yeah, and but there he sees a creeper, and
Or
then
here's one,
he sees a creeper, and then the creeper starts hissing
and then straight to black.
as if to blow up.
And what that would imply
Is that he dies again?
he dies again in the real world. But that would imply that the real world is just a modded. It's not the real world. It's just a modded version of Minecraft,
Yeah,
which has been made to look as real as possible. There's some great mods out there which have made Minecraft look a bit more real, less blocky. Like the leaves in the trees would wave, move with the wind and that kind of thing. And that's how the film would end. So our film doesn't actually have our version of a film for Minecraft would actually involve like showing the harshest element of Minecraft, which is loss, correct?
yes,
But you could, even in a film, you could show some really good adventures. You keep respawning near loads of zombies.
yes.
What we might go to is a quick. No, I won't do that. Anyway, so that's how our film ends. Let's just recap.
It's a horror film.
It's a horror film for children, so no blood, no gore. But it's a journey of one man to try and get everything he ever wanted. But at the end of it,
He
loses
He
it all.
doesn't?
He doesn't. He loses it all, and he becomes trapped in Minecraft, essentially.
A weird reality.
A very weird reality. Because one of the things that Minecraft, perhaps one of the most addictive things about Minecraft, is that the need to mine, the need to have more. And in a way, I think our film should almost punish our main character by wanting so much that he loses sight of himself. I mean, you could always do a film where he learns that lesson and walks away from the Ender Dragon, but just goes back to his normal job and likes living his normal life.
I mean, this is unplayable.
I don't know why this is my computer, and I apologise for it profusely. What we'll do, we'll stop with Toadie's feed here, and we'll just cut to some normal Minecraft where it's rendering properly. So we'll go to that now while we just conclude this particular video. So, Matodi, does this film have an ending that satisfies you as a fan of Minecraft?
I think it does actually.
Because
you die so as a character he dies so many times that he's no longer attached to the things that he's sort of made along the way. So it's more about the experience rather than.
So you think this film should show everything about how it is to play Minecraft?
Yeah,
the constant
deaths, frustrations and
the mining, the constant mining, the frustrations.
Yeah, and becoming good along the way.
Crafting, gaining experience.
Yeah,
and definitely the never and the end.
Yeah,
I think maybe the film should show his breakdown, like when he's a normal villager, just being a carpenter. He's actually got quite a lot of friends who travel with him on this journey. Or maybe he meets other Steves who are just other people playing the Minecraft world because you can play multiplayer, and then they all sort of distance themselves. The multiple deaths, the multiple attempts to try and destroy the Wither and the Ender Dragon, and then finally the twist, as you mentioned, the snap. He gets back to what he thinks is the real world.
Yeah,
everything he crafted is gone.
It's gone.
But then he finds himself in another Minecraft world that was implied to be a modded version, and the nightmare starts up again.
Yeah.
But, maybe third twist. He loves it. Because that's the essence of a Minecraft player.
Maybe.
We keep doing it.
Yeah.
I've died so many times in this game and lost so much.
Yeah.
I just do it all over again.
You're just so numb.
So, not a lesson for the viewer, then, because if you do play Minecraft too much, stop and go experience the real world. Go start your own mine somewhere, maybe. Build a golem. Find an Ender Dragon.
Yeah. find an Ender Dragon. Fight the Wither.
Because you can't stay in the Minecraft world forever. Title for this particular film? We just call it Minecraft. Or do we call it Minecraft Into the Nether? That sounds boring.
Into the Nether.
What do you think? Minecraft subheader?
Blocky. Blocked out.
Blocked out. Minecraft blocked out.
Blocked out the Nether version.
Or Minecraft Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah.
That unfortunately another film owns that. Tagline, like, do you know how like Alien film had in space, no one can hear you scream. In Minecraft, you will die and lose your stuff often. That's too long. What's another one?
Don't get attached.
Don't get attached. I like it. I really like that. That's succinct and to the point. Don't get attached to your.
Yeah.
Don't get attached to your stuff. Minecraft. Don't get attached.
Minecraft the movie.
Minecraft the movie. Yeah, I think it's fine just to call it Minecraft the movie.
Don't
Steve.
get attached.
Obviously, the poster would have Steve bursting out, explosion behind him, and all the other characters running out. I guess that's standard, isn't it?
And the Elytra just sitting there.
Just sitting there, forlornly never used.
In a picture frame on the wall.
Some of the posters could also be just like a faded creeper.
Yeah.
And they should have speakers. Those posters should come with speakers that do the hissing sound the creeper makes.
Yeah. Oh.
That poster, like if you're
That's a nightmare.
If you're at a bus stop and suddenly the poster starts playing that I think that's correct. That's my impression of a creeper. Or the ghast.
Yeah.
That would freak you out.
Yeah.
And probably make you want to go watch the film. So there we go.
That's an amazing advertising.
Tool. Yeah, I could work in advertising if I wanted, but I prefer to write stories. And there we go. Minecraft, the movie. That's how we would do it. That's what we would want to see in our Minecraft movie.
That would be amazing.
It would be. I think it would look really good. Like, do you remember how the Lego movie like brought Legos to some sort of life? I could imagine like a high-def, computer-generated Minecraft world would look quite good for a film.
But it still needs to be kind of blocky.
Blocky. Definitely needs to be blocky. But perhaps not exactly like the Minecraft world. Because sometimes it's hard on the eye. But
is it?
Sometimes.
Not for a couple of hours.
A couple of hours. The typical length of a Minecraft session. Unless you started early in the afternoon and it's now 1 in the morning.
Yeah. And
you still haven't found diamonds. Or not enough diamonds, I should say. There we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please put in the comments your own suggestions for a Minecraft movie. What would you like to see? Is there an action sequence that would definitely work well in a Minecraft? Do you need to do a love story, love interest for Steve? I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Minecraft...
A rom-com.
A rom-com? Maybe there's a rom-com way of doing Minecraft.
But a zombie.
Maybe
a zombie-com.
Maybe two people meet while trying to play Minecraft, and they build their dream house in Minecraft, and the film is about them trying to build it in the real life too. And it looks exactly the same, exactly as blocky. That'd be weird. That's another way you could take a Minecraft film. Put that in the comments if you have your own suggestions. I think we all want a Minecraft film somewhere down the road. Maybe starring, I don't know, who would you star? Who would be a perfect Steve?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
I
Maybe.
think he's battle hardened.
Yep. Battle hardened. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he could star. That's too much like Live, Die, Repeat. We're just using him again for the same film premise. But yeah, and I think, why not Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise portrayed as Steve, really blocky. Why not?
Maybe or someone British.
Well, because we're British, we're
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him.
He'll do well.
Yep, I think he would. Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Although I don't know.
All the Toms.
All the Toms. They're all good. Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
There's so many.
They do very, very well.
All our best actors right now are called Tom.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like all the Chris's in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And now there's all the Toms in the Marvel universe technically, because Venom is a part of it. So yeah.
Maybe. He's maybe a part of it.
Well, it's Marvel. Stan Lee was in it. I think that counts. Anyway, there we go. That's how we would make a Minecraft movie. If you're a major film studio and you want that idea, you have to talk to us. Although actually, you only have to talk to Mojang because we don't own anything. But that's what we want. Microsoft as well. Now, I keep forgetting they bought it. That's it. Please like and subscribe to The Eighth Plot. We'll be doing more videos like this. We're going to play a game and explore how we would turn it into a movie, a good movie, because that's what we're sorely lacking in the game to movie industry. And yeah, I think it's, if you want notifications, click the bell icon and so on. So you know what to do.
Ding.
Yeah, you know what to do to get more videos on YouTube, but please like and subscribe. Thank you, Matodi.
Hi, thanks.
Thanks. Hi. You've already said hi. It's
Hi.
good. It's goodbye.
It's goodbye.
It's goodbye from Matodi and goodbye from me.
Yeah.
Have a good morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are in the world. Bye bye.
Bye bye.